Hey, it's Kenny with Helicopter Line Ground School. Got a good request for video here today. Request for video, brrrr. So I want to read you this to you real quick. It's about preheating helicopters. And Lance said, would you be willing to put together a video on the proper way to preheat a helicopter, preferably an R-44, that is left outside in freezing temperatures? In one of your videos, you made a presentation regarding the day you picked up an R-44. During that trip, you had to preheat the helicopter because it was left outside. New video could cover subjects by way of example. If a pilot's preparing to heat the helicopter for flight with a heater, such as the one you used in your video, where should the heat be applied? What temperature is the air being pumped into a given compartment? What areas, compartments, or components should be preheated? Should you limit the temperature of the air being supplied to ensure you're not applying too much heat? What temperature are you hoping to achieve before attempting to start the engine? And how do you confirm that you have achieved that temperature? This is valuable information for those of us that reside in warm climates but travel to colder destinations. Warmest, no pun intended, professional regards, Lance. Those are some awesome questions. Very, very technical. So I'm going to ask those of you that want to add your tips and tricks down below. Tell us what you do preheating wise. For me, this isn't super technical because we do fly most generally the northern states because that's where we are. And I'm going to first put a disclaimer in here. You need to make sure you're following whatever procedures, any flight school you're flying with or an owner's aircraft you're dealing with. Number one, does the POH say anything about preheating the aircraft? Number two, what does the company or owner want you to do with preheating an aircraft? So for us, I'm going to admit we're spoiled, okay? 20 years I've been flying. We keep helicopters inside all the time. General rule, if it's 32 degrees or higher, we pull it out, we start it, and we go. And over the years, I've had several mechanics all tell me the same thing. If it's 32 degrees or higher, for the piston-powered aircraft that we fly as trainers, if it's above 32, take it out, start it, and go, okay? So that's number one kind of rule that we live by. To answer his questions, we did bring an R-44 back, and we're going to use the toy as an example. On this particular flight he's asking about, the FBO owned the heater that they brought out, and they just simply opened an access door on the side, put the tube in there, and they took care of the preheating. Now, that was their unit. I didn't do it. The owner was there, so he approved it to be used on his aircraft. And they just blew the warm air into the engine compartment to warm up the engine. I think it took 10, 15 minutes, and the started right up, no big deal. So what we do, we're always hangared. If it's 32 or above, we pull it out. If it's inside a cold hangar, over the years, sometimes we've had heated hangars, sometimes we do not. The current hangar that we're using now is not heated. Now, there are heaters that we can turn on, which would take a while to warm the aircraft up. A lot of times what we do, we use a simple salamander heater. Now, again, disclaimer here, you need to check with, wherever you're hangaring at, what the airport is. Before you go using any external heaters, I would make sure it's approved with the airport. And what we've done, we've used a salamander-style heater, and we set them to the rear of the aircraft. Make sure we're clear of everything. We don't leave and go anywhere in case anything bad happens. And we just blow warm air on the Enstroms and the Robinsons. We can just blow that warm air right in behind, and it goes right into the engine compartment. So as far as temperatures, we do it long enough to warm it up. You get kind of an idea. It's not like you got to heat the thing up to 70 degrees, right? If your engine's really cold, say the hangar's 20 degrees, we would probably leave the heater on it maybe 15, 20 minutes to warm up the engine. Also, same thing with the cockpit. You're going to get some residual heat as you're heating the thing up. Leave a door or two open if you want to. In general, they're a little more durable than what you might think. If it's 32, you get it warm to 32 degrees or above, you're pretty much good to go. Another method that we use, the one beautiful black instrument we use every winter, luckily that one has a block heater. And a block heater is I highly recommend if it's allowed on the aircraft you're flying, because you just plug the thing in. It keeps the engine at 70 degrees, okay? So at that point, it's very easy. It's a beautiful thing. You unplug it, pull it outside, boom, turn the master on, look at the oil temperature, 70 degrees. So the engine's warm, no problem. Again, you might want to warm up the cockpit a little bit if it was a lot lower than 32 degrees, but 32 degrees or above is our general rule. Pull it out and go fly. So the only other times that I've run into trouble like cross countries like that, I'm going to be transparent. I've been lucky. When we've done cross countries in the northern states, we always call ahead. We make sure that there's a hangar available, because it is a real pain if you park somewhere overnight and you get some really cold temperatures. You're probably going to need a way to start the aircraft, whether the FBO has a preheater to bring out and warm it up for you, or you could actually push it inside. We've done that where we've asked the next day, hey, we need to warm the helicopter up before we try to start it. They didn't have any kind of a heater. They made some room in a warm hangar, pushed it in, and just wait to thaw it out. So Lance asked a lot of really good questions. I'm lucky. I'm spoiled. Rarely do I have to worry about an aircraft sitting outside. If you do, you're going to need to preheat in order with anything that the POH says, of course, or anything that your company or the owner of the aircraft wants. So pretty quick, simple video. Put your questions or comments down below, tips and tricks, things that you follow. I appreciate that question from Lance. So hopefully that helps. Subscribe to the video. When you subscribe, click the bell so you can get notifications of new videos as we do these daily videos. We're enjoying doing them. Helicopterground.com. I'll put that link down below the video. Our private pilot membership is only $49 a month. Right now we're on a big updating. We're updating the private pilot section. It's going to take us a few weeks, probably a few months, but we're going through step by step each lesson, all the videos, updating the older ones, adding some new content, taking out some older content, just cleaning it up and making it even better than it was. It has worked really well for people in the past. Hundreds and hundreds of satisfied members around the world. It's been amazing. So I'll put the link down below for helicopterground.com. You can go check out all of our memberships. Monthly and yearly have a 24-hour free trial, meaning you sign up, you got 24 hours to check out the training. If it's not right for you, remove your credit card or go into PayPal and end the subscription. You'll be billed nothing. And it has a 100% money back guarantee. And then we have a big professional pilot package, which is a big one. You can get everything: private commercial CFI instrument, and all wrapped together in one package, and it's unlimited, doesn't expire. So that one's a really good one. And just because you hung around clear to the end of the video, I'm going to throw you a code, KK25 off. That's for 25% off. So that's for sticking around the end of the video. So give us your tips and tricks below about preheating helicopters, what you do. Subscribe, click the bell, and we'll see you in the next video.